You have read and listened many stories, but this is a different one. Emma Williams was an ordinary young woman living a simple life in the bustling city of New York. Working as a waitress and studying part-time, she often dreamed of an adventurous life. Little did she know, her life was about to change drastically.
One evening, after a long shift, Emma found a letter in her mailbox. The envelope was old, with elegant handwriting spelling out her name. She carefully opened it and read, "Dear Miss Williams, it is with great urgency that we inform you of an inheritance left by your great-uncle, Mr. Jonathan Hawthorne. You are the sole beneficiary. Please come to Hawthorne Manor at your earliest convenience. Sincerely, Edward Thompson, attorney at law." Emma was puzzled. She had never heard of a great-uncle named Jonathan Hawthorne. Curiosity and a sense of adventure overcame her doubts, and she decided to visit the manor. The next morning, Emma took a train to a remote village where Hawthorne Manor was located. The villagers whispered among themselves as she passed, their eyes filled with curiosity and suspicion. The manor, a grand and old building surrounded by dense woods, stood at the edge of the village. It looked both magnificent and ominous. As Emma approached, she was greeted by Mr. Thompson, a stern but kind-looking man. He led her inside, where the interior was as grand as the exterior, but with an air of mystery. Portraits of her ancestors lined the walls, their eyes seeming to follow her. Mr. Thompson handed her a large ornate key and a letter from her great-uncle. She sat down to read it, her heart pounding. "Dearest Emma, if you are reading this, it means I am no longer in this world. My life was filled with secrets, some of which I must now pass on to you. Within this manor lies a hidden fortune, but it comes with great responsibility. You must find the clues I have left behind and prove yourself worthy. Beware, for there are those who would seek to take this fortune from you. Trust no one. Your loving great-uncle, Jonathan Hawthorne." Emma felt a mix of excitement and apprehension. She began her search in the grand library, where her uncle had spent much of his time. After hours of combing through books and documents, she found a hidden compartment in an old desk. Inside was a small, ancient-looking key and a cryptic note. "First key is found, but the journey has just begun. Seek the room where time stands still." Emma pondered the clue, recalling a clock she had seen in the hallway that had stopped at midnight. She hurried to the clock and examined it closely, finding a tiny keyhole hidden in its intricate carvings. The key from the desk fit perfectly, revealing a secret drawer containing an old map of the manor. The map showed a hidden passage leading from the basement to an underground chamber. Emma descended into the dark, dusty basement, her flashlight flickering as she navigated the maze-like corridors. She found the hidden entrance, a small door concealed behind a stack of crates. The passage was narrow and cold, leading her deep beneath the manor. At the end, she found a heavy wooden door. She pushed it open, revealing a room filled with treasures, gold coins, jewels, and ancient artifacts. But there was also something else, a journal bound in leather with her great-uncle's name on it. Emma eagerly opened the journal, reading her great-uncle's words. He wrote about his travels, discoveries, and the dark secret of the Hawthorne family. They were guardians of a powerful artifact that could change the course of history. Her uncle had hidden it, protect it from those who would misuse its power. Emma realized that her inheritance was not just the fortune, but the responsibility of guarding this artifact. She knew she had to keep it safe, but there was still one final challenge. The journal mentioned a traitor within the family who had been searching for the artifact. As Emma emerged from the hidden chamber, she heard footsteps. Mr. Thompson appeared, his face twisted with greed. He revealed himself as the traitor, having manipulated the inheritance process to find the artifact. Emma had to think quickly. Using her knowledge of the manor, she led Mr. Thompson through a series of traps and secret passages, finally trapping him in a locked room. She contacted the authorities, who arrested him for his crimes. Emma stood in the grand hall of Hawthorne Manor, holding the artifact. She realized that true wealth was not in gold or jewels, but in the knowledge and responsibility passed down through her family. She vowed to protect the artifact and use its power wisely, understanding that the greatest treasures are often the ones we cannot see. Emma returned to her ordinary life, forever changed by her extraordinary adventure. She knew that courage, integrity, and wisdom were the true legacies her great-uncle had left her. And she carried those lessons with her, always.
Please subscribe Picture Saga, like, share, and comment for more interesting videos.